Ta-da! Yay! Now it's where I want it to be. Hello everyone, this is Sonia with Stamping Around the Dining Room Table. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. If you don't have a demonstrator of your own, I'd be happy to be yours. You can go to my webpage, stamparoundthetable.stampinup.net, to find out more about me, to see our products. Anything I can help you with, please reach out to me. Now, earlier this week, I had put on something that I did using this month's paper pumpkin, which is called, it's in this beautiful box, and it's called With Love and Gratitude. Okay, see if you can see that. And I haven't opened it yet. Well, I opened the one I had. This is the second one. And other than just to kind of cut the plastic and turn over the mailing label. And this mailing label, I always use it to, see, it's, because the back of it's white. Mailing labels here, back of it's white. So I always, whatever color they give us, I use that. I leave all the stamps on the plastic sheet. And then I ink it up and then I stamp it so that it's just easier to see what these are. Because sometimes it can be difficult when you're trying to read, you know, read it with them on it. All right, so just to show you what is in here, take off the plastic and remove that. And isn't that a beautiful box? You could use this as a gift box. You could cover this right here, put a little greeting there, and just say for you. And then here is our stamp set. Okay, and as I said, I already stamped them here, so it's just easier for you to see them. Okay. The ink spot this month is Lost Lagoon. Now I have a large, a regular size stamp pad of that, so I'm going to use that. It just makes it a little easier when I'm trying to show you, but this would stamp just as well, and you just have to score along here and here to break the seal on the paper there that holds that together. Then right here you'll see in the box, the next thing is this package, and this is like a Mossy Meadow paper in here. This is like, I try to tip it out like that because when I try to lift it, it always ends up tearing this tissue paper. And I like to save that because I can use that for other things. Now, then you're going to want to open this, and these are always in plastic. Oops, wait a minute, I hit my lamps right here. I forgot I moved that one. Let me move it back. So I want to make sure you guys can see. Hopefully you can see all right. Where's that? Maybe tip it a little because that looks like it's glaring when I look at my computer. It's a little glaring, so I'm going to tip those a little, and hopefully that's a little better. Well, hi Meg, thanks for watching. So, then in here we've got, this is like what they call tear-in tape, okay? And you find the edge here, peels off, and it's actually double-sided sticky tape. You put this down and you can tear it. And I'll show you that in a little bit. And then when you're ready to stick it, you take the white paper off. These are mini dimensionals. Okay. And let me just see, move these. And then we also in here have some glue dots. Okay. So it comes with some envelopes. And there's 8 because we have 8 things we can make. And I think this is just beautiful. And at some point, I'm probably, see, it goes down in most of this, I'm probably going to end up cutting some of these envelopes to make an alternate, but not today. And then these are the little cards. They're like little note, see, like a little note card or gift enclosure. See, they fit in there. Okay. And then we've got boxes. These are boxes that you would fold, and I'll be putting one of those together in a little bit. Okay, but basically this is it, and then this folds down like that. Okay, the other thing in here is, let me fold that flat. Okay, so there's 8 of those. Then you've got some die cuts, and you've got some bigger pumpkins that are orange, some littler ones that are white, and there's 2 sets of these. We have 8 of each, and then some pumpkin leaves. Okay, the other thing is included in here are these little banners, and I didn't realize I was working on it the other day, but I didn't pay that much attention. These, see, they have, the one end is flat, and on this, the other, it's flagged on both ends. Okay, there's also these die cuts, and these, and then gold die cuts. There's 2 sizes of these, a littler one, whoop, and a bigger one. Okay, and that's basically everything here. All of the parts of that kit. I'll move these to the side. And then this is the directions. Now, I always go through this because some people watching may be new to this. They may not have seen a paper pumpkin before. Paper pumpkin is a monthly kit. It's a subscription. And you can, and if you are interested and you sign up, it comes automatically to your door every month. Okay, and you get billed monthly. Or there is an option if you want to get like a for the whole month, for the whole year, or maybe 3 months at a time, 6 months at a time. And those are a little bit less expensive than if you buy them monthly. If you ever want to just pause for a month or so, you just let them know that you don't want that month. If you want to stop, you can stop, and then you can start up again whenever you want. I found that I feel that the quality has improved, and it just keeps getting better, I think. Okay, so here it's showing you on the front how they suggest using these. All right, and on the very back, if you just look at, that's the front, the very back, it shows here everything that's included in the kit. And down here, it shows you the colors that they use, the coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors: Copper Clay, Crumb Cake, Gloss Lagoon, Mossy Meadow, Pebbled Path, and Gold. All right, and then over here, it shows some alternate projects that have been made, and then they have some things that you can take a closer look at things if you would like online. Now, when you open it up, this first one shows... Now wait, I just want to make sure I'm saying the right thing. Okay, right here. This shows everything you need to put the card together. This shows everything you need to work on the little box bag thing. How to do it the way they suggest. Then this right here is the directions on how to put together the card. Again, the way they suggest how to put together this little gift holder, and then how they recommend decorating it. Now, this is just so that you can do it the way that they show it on here. You always can do what you want. You don't have to follow their direction. I did make the other day just the way that they suggested, because I wanted people to be able to see that, okay? And I will do that here in a minute too, just kind of to give you an idea. But here's the card, and I didn't stamp anything on the inside. You can. A lot of times I wait till I know who I'm giving it to, and I may stamp something, I may just write something. Okay, and here's the box. Now this I did do a little differently than they suggested. They had this attached to this part, but I wanted to attach it down here, and I did it they put the dimensionals in a little different place than they did. They put the dimensionals between these two, and you could do that as well. But I wanted those closer together, and this popped up so that I could just slide this behind here, and it helps to hold it closed. My plan for this is to use it on my Thanksgiving table. I love to have little, some little favor or whatever you want to call it at each person's place setting. So I'll put some little treats in here, probably some chocolates, and I haven't decided yet if I want to just slide this inside. If so, I'll just do it like this, or if I want it to be like put it in here and close this up and then put a their name on it, kind of like a little, man, there's stuff all over there, to do like a little what's it called, like name place card, name for their name on it. Okay, so I also the other day showed an alternate, and this one I cut out and put cut some pieces out, and I put vellum in there, and then I put a little, which I should have turned this on before I started, but I put a little, oh, what's going on? Oh, there, I turned it the wrong way. Tried to put it the wrong way. And then here, so I don't know how well you can see it with the lights, but it, here, let me just try do this. Maybe you can see a little better there, the lights coming through. Let me just see, yeah, so you can see it there. There's the back, there's the front. Now, I just did circles, but you could do, you know, whatever you wanted to do on there. I don't remember that being quite this light here before. It's kind of interesting. It's been since it's been a while, I may have to learn how to do some of this, work with my stuff again. All right, so let me see. Okay, I already have put all the stamps out on blocks here so that they're all set to go. Let me grab this, and I will just grab, where did I just have it? So what they recommended was to stamp like around the edges here with the like a little with this. You could also do this, okay, or this little one. So I just use this one all the way around on mine. And I tried like Stampin' Up, but then I felt it was too light. I will try that again here in a minute. Forgot to grab my extra paper here, but here we go. Oh, hello, Karen. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining. Okay. So I'm going to put this underneath here because some of them are going to be off. But I'll just kind of show you. See, it's pretty light. Sometimes the lighter will show up okay on there and sometimes not so much. So let me just see how it does it, how it looks today. So you can't really see it. So I'm going to try, let me get my head in here a little bit. There, like that. Maybe another one here. And if you wanted, like I just used that on the one I did, but you could even have a flower. Okay, and I may just do that. I may just do those three. Okay. And then, let's see what I did with the, oh, here it is, just so I can look at this. Okay, so then what I did was, get a hold of this other one. Stuck in the box, what I want, right there. All right, so then I told you that we had 3 different kinds of adhesives here. So this is going to put this down. You want this a little flatter. So I'm going to put this, and actually I might want something else. I think I want something else right here. Now that I'm looking at it more, just a little bit right there, like that. Okay, so this I'm going to use the glue dots, and I hate that I just had them and now I don't see them. I put it here. This is because I haven't done stuff in all summer. I had to take the summer off, and so I'm not sure where everything is here, so I'm just using my older pick tool here. But we have a take your pick, which is a combination tool, so it's got a little pointy thing, it's got things to help, a brush for your dies, it's also got a scoring thing. It just has a lot of different things, so it comes in very handy. Now, I don't know if you can see when I put those on, because you see they're white. Behind them is a little bit of glue. So you take the white off here, and all that leaves behind are the little sticky things. Now this I'm going to put just about like, oh, you know what? I think I want the gold under first. I'm jumping ahead of myself here. So where did I put those gold? And the smaller of the gold they put there. So they also get, because these are going to go down, be a little flatter on here. Like I'll get on there where I want you to. The edge stuck instead of where I wanted it. And you get 2 or 3, whatever you want, okay? So come on. Didn't want to come off there like that. Come on. So funny how whenever you're on camera, things happen that don't necessarily happen when you're just putting the card together yourself. All right, and then this one is more like kind of like here. Then we're gonna use. I'm gonna raise. Make sure I got one of each of these. Okay, and these are mini dimensionals. We have some others that are bigger. Use 3 or 4 here. I'm going to put, let me just make sure how this goes. Okay, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put a couple on the one side. And I'm going to put a glue dot over here because it's going to overlap. And I don't want it to stick up. So you'll see here in a moment. Now, these have little white. And actually what I should have done, and I didn't, because it will help you to know better when I've taken them off, is you have a marker. If you put like a little line through these, so I'll put one on here, then you can see if you've taken those off or not. And it's just a way to know, did you get them all off before you're trying to stick them down. If the light hits it just right, you can see the stickiness because it's shiny, but sometimes it doesn't show up. Okay, so that would go there, and this will go here because I want this on there. There. So there's those. Then you're going to put whatever saying you want on here, and I'm going to do for you. So bring this over so you can see, maybe for you. And if you want to make sure you've inked it well but not over inked it, you can do it on your, oh, and look at the edges here. Oh. And I usually have my little, okay, and I'm going to put that basically in the center. Okay. And then on this one, I used that one, and then I realized this would actually fit better. And I did put, now this could either go flat or you could pop it up. I'm going to pop it up here. And you can put 2 or 3 on there. I'm putting 2 on this one, if I can get a hold of it. Oh, yeah, Meg Murphy's crafting law. Yes. That anything can go wrong, it will, especially when you're crafting. So there's that. And again, you can use one of the stamps inside here, like there's for you. You could say, I mean, where's my, right here, so we can see. Oh, that's the wrong one. Wherever I put it. Okay. So it says, get this here. Oh, I can pick it up. So you could say, with love and gratitude, thanks, grateful for you, thank you. You know, or, as I said, just write something inside. All right. And you can, one of the things you can do is you can also decorate the front with some things, with some of this. Where's my scrap paper under here? So maybe even just kind of like something like that on the front. You could also do it on the back. Okay, so that's set to go. Now, oh, I do need this. How they put this together was, first, they didn't do any stamping, but I did a little bit of stamping. It's hard to see it, but on the back, this is the back. How we know is that this is going to fold down, so that will be the front, okay? And again, I just decided I wanted a little bit on the back, so I did this on the back, and then I did do this on the front. Very light, but you're not going to see it. I realized, I thought I'd try it, and then I realized, oh, you're not really going to see it because I've got all this other stuff there. But anyway, all right. And this, so what they suggested was to have these two together. Anyway, they had this, I think they popped that up and had this like this, or maybe that, and this popped up. What I decided on this one is I put them flat, or I put this flat on here, and then I popped them both up. So that's it. I think I'm going to do that again, just because I liked that idea a little better. There's a couple ways you can do it. You can put it on the back of this, or you can put it on the front of that. It doesn't really matter. And I just put it in a few places. Okay, I put 3 on. You can put it more on if you want. You know, it's really just, you want it tacked together. So, and you just kind of can put it, I wanted the stems kind of close together, but not necessarily right on top of each other, because I want some of that gold to shine through. Then, because I want that to sit up, where's my, I did put some of these, oh wait a minute, that's up too high. I'm not thinking. Let's see if I can get that off. I'll have to, oh well, I got plenty of those. It's going, I gotta throw that away. I forgot, where's the, I didn't put this together yet, but let me just look here. Just want to see. So actually, I'm going to wait till I get this together. I'm going to put that to the side for right now, and then I'll figure that out. So let me close this up so I'm not putting my finger in it or something. So this one, how this goes together. So again, this is going to come down over the front, and it does have a little score line there. So I'm just folding it on the score line. And see, there's score lines here for the edges, but there's also a light score down here on each side, and then these, because it's going to be like a bag, and so it's a little easier if you kind of encourage it to go the way you want it to. All right, and then it's recommended that you put some of the tearing tape. Now this is the front, so you're going to want the front to overlap the back. So what they did is they showed if you fold this up and then put this along here, it's a little easier to get it on. Okay. And then you're going to want them on these little tabs. You're going to want it on the side that's the colored side, not the white side. Okay, and again, I rub those down, and I use this pokey tool, because it helps me get the edge, get the tape off. And I did find it was easier just to take everything off. Sometimes certain things that you're making, that doesn't work so well. Okay, so this one is from the back. You're going to want this folded in first, and again, I should have folded it before on there, like that. Make sure I've got these folded so they'll go where I want them to, and that. Okay, so you put those, fold those in, bring this down. So I found if you hold it like this, whoops, then it's a little easier, I think, to get it square. And then I tipped it over, and you can use either your bone folder or your scissors like this, and reach down in. See, and I reach down in so that I press those tabs down to the bottom. Okay, so again, this is, see, now this will fold in like this, and this will fold, whoop, it's in a little more than it needs to be, but I was trying to encourage it to go in there. And then this goes over like that. So let me put this on. And I need these. So what I want to do is I want to put this on so that I can just put it down behind it. So I'm probably going to put it down just a little bit here like that. So I'm going to put these down, up, a little lower, so that they don't interfere with opening and closing that top. Okay, so do I have all the, get this off. Okay, so just to make sure, I'm going to bring this down again. My highest one is right there, so I want it a little lower than where that little point comes down. So look, now I can put this here like that, and oh, I see, I put grateful for you on this one, and this one I put for you. But so you can put whatever you want, and you could, you know, that then once you stamp it, that can just go right there. You want to stamp before you stick. Okay, but I'm not going to take time to do that right now, because I want to take a few minutes to show you how I made my little lantern one. All right, and you saw how the box goes together, so that part is basically the same. But before you do that, get all my stuff here, you're going to want to, what's over here, cut some holes in this. Now, what I did is I took the circle. Now, I have some older dies that are called layering circles. And for this hole, I used, I think this is the right one. No, that's not it. It's this one. I used that one. Okay, so I'll put that aside and I'll use it here in a minute. And then for the inner one, nope, not that one. Is that it? Oh, I did a bigger one. Silly me. I did the bigger one because I want it to fit. So it's a little bigger than that so it could glue it on the inside. Well, it's a little difficult to do that. So I realized that It's glued here. I tried using I was a little bit impatient. I tried using my heat tool to heat it up to see if it would help. And it was easier once I did that, but I should have waited just a little longer. But because then once you cut the hole, it'll be easier to glue it on. Now, I use circle. I want to just put this. And the other thing, let me show you on one of these. See, they have this. It's folded like that. But you're going to want the front and back together. I wanted those, unless you don't want them to, you know. This is so that you can get the front and the back, that the hole is the same both ways. All right, so bring over my machine here, and I'll just show you on this. Let me make sure I got this right since I took that apart. So you might want to do this part before. Let me make sure that's a smaller one, right? Yes. And then hopefully you can see it here, that this, I want it a little closer to the bottom and kind of, you know, kind of centered. Okay, so where's it? And then I got this backwards, of course. Let me flip it around so I can turn the handle. And if you're not sure, you can bring it back, but I found that really just going through the one time did it. Now, then you've got your holes. Now, I already cut out a vellum, and these are just a little bit bigger. So now that that's taken apart, so you might want to cut them and then take that apart, because believe me, it was no fun trying to go up inside and get the glue on, you know. But then, where's my glue? I just saw it not too long ago, and now, of course, liquid glue is what I used. Oh, here it is. It's hiding on me. And really, I just, I'm going to get my silicone mat, although this is a silicone here, so it wouldn't stick there. And just put, this is going to cooperate with me. Of course not, because I'm on. I got another one right over here. Of course not. See if this will work. Because I'm taping. So, and just put, as thin, you know, as close to there as you can. And I could have maybe done the circle, maybe I should have done the next size up. But, oh, I was going to tell you too, we also have, I'll show you in a minute. And then this will go on here. And then you do the same over there, and then you put that aside to dry. Now let me just show you, because I told you that the circles I used are not, they're older ones. And I do have, I just had them here, and now, oh, here they are. But I found the circle that if you get the stylish shape dies, these circles will work. I think this was the one. Yeah, see, this is pretty close in size to that. So that one, and then the larger one will work to go. It's a little larger than the one that's there, but here's just the one. Just show you over here. See, it's a little larger, but as long as it fits inside the box, that's the biggest thing that you want to, you know, make sure it's going to fit inside that box. Okay, so once you have that all together, you know, and have the other one here, then you would glue this back together. And I would just set that aside. I'm not going to do it because I only did the one side. But once that's glued back together, then it's going to be back like this again. Now, I told you I pushed those the opposite way to cut them. So those have to go back like that. You didn't want those little wings, these little sides in to get cut. All right, and then it goes together. It'll go together the same way as the one I put together for you earlier. All right, but I'm going to take a lot of time to do that now. So You could do whatever shape. It doesn't have to be a circle. You know, for this I did put in, as you saw, one of the little electric tea lights. Okay. And those just look nice. I always like to have something like this if I can in the center of my table. It's nice when everybody comes and you got the table set. The food's not out there yet, but these are all along, you know, the center of the table, however many you want. These are in front of everybody's place, you know, with their little, or if you didn't want to use these for everyone, you could even do just the card, which I'm not sure what I did with it. I just had it. But anyway, and it really, so that it really makes your table look extra special for your guests. And all these little things here. So, okay. So, and of course, right now I'm not finding my card. I was going to put them out here. Let me just, wait a minute. Oh, here they are. Here's a couple of the cards. So you can at least see them. Okay, and what can I put there to raise it up a little bit? Just so, let me try this. Okay. Well, of course, that's got a magnet in it, so it's sticking. That. And then these. Hopefully you can see those halfway decently there. Okay, so there. Okay, so I'm going to end. Make sure it's in the, let me just look back. Yes, Mag, you're right. It invites creative thinking. So there is, I showed you, this is the way, basically the way they suggest, and this was an alternate. Okay, there's so much you can do. Don't feel that you have to do things always exactly the way that they tell you to. Your creativity is really only it can take you so many places, and your limits are only whatever you know, by your own willingness to try things, and just honestly just let yourself go. All right, so that's it for today. I'm hoping to, if things work out all right this week, as I mentioned, I'm trying to get back on my feet and get everything going again. I'm hoping on Friday to do a fun fold, and hope you can join me then. Okay, so until we meet again, happy crafting, my